All right, welcome back here to the Hill on News Nation. So the political attention now turns to New Hampshire. We're 1 week from today, by the way. Voters in the Granite State will get their turn. So what did we learn last night? And really, let's look forward here. What does it mean for the 3 remaining Republicans who are going to be crisscrossing New Hampshire? Stirewalt back here to break it all down. Chris?
Okay, so back to Professor Berman's thesis. Here, let's look at this first number. The 186,932 versus 110,298. That's the difference in turnout. So 70,000, 75,000 mammals fewer. Okay, we talked about the reasons why that would be so. But there's another reason that that would be so, in addition to the weather and in addition to Trump's lead, in addition to Martin Luther King Day. And look at this. Look at the endorsement list. Here you go. Oh my gosh. Why, it almost looks like Donald Trump is the favorite of the Republican establishment. It almost looks like he is being coronated by all of these members of Congress, all of these senators, including people like Marco Rubio, who Donald Trump once crushed and ground into the earth with his boot heel, no pun intended. The broad Republican establishment has swung in behind Donald Trump, and in fact, he's running almost like an incumbent. He's got the establishment support. He goes to Iowa, the folks stay home, and he comes out to win. Who does that remind you of? This guy. Look at here. Look at this guy. Remember this guy? That guy. That's right. George W. Bush in 2000, he did that. He did exactly what Donald Trump did in a low turnout election in Iowa. He brought together the requisite coalition, and he was putting, I love that one. My gosh, don't you miss that guy. But he put together this broad coalition, and that was broad enough to win for the insider's choice. Okay, there you go. That's George Bush. Now, what happened to George Bush? You remember this? He left Iowa. He went to New Hampshire. What happened in New Hampshire? John McCain rode the Straight Talk Express right up W's umlaut and dealt Bush an embarrassing loss in New Hampshire. Might that happen again? Let's look here at the DDHQ polling average. Let's see what that says. Okay, and I think Haley, as Ashley alluded to, I think Haley's position is probably a little stronger than that, and as the polling average trues out over time, she's, we would say, more than in striking distance for a potential New Hampshire win. So what's Ronnie D doing? Is he going to wait for 38 days or whatever it is to get to South Carolina? Or no, he's 32 days to South Carolina. And then is he going to wait for another couple weeks after that to get to Florida to just hang around here? He doesn't have a shot at a win anywhere. Haley at least can say that she's got a shot at a win here. And if she wins in New Hampshire, maybe she can take it to South Carolina. So I want you to think about what Ron DeSantis is thinking about. What is going on in Meatball's mind? Well, look at these dudes. You will remember all of these dudes. Look at here's your tableau. Caleb, the Wonder Producer, put together this tableau of the ghosts of caucuses past for Republicans, and here they are. On one side, you have people who came up short, and what happened to them? They went on to be their party's nominee. Then you have people on the other side who didn't, and for a variety of reasons. Rick Santorum, Pat Buchanan, they hung in the race. They stayed and chased throughout. It wasn't going to get them a win, but it did shape the party. It did raise the profile of certain factions. It did do those things. Here's your takeaway. Ron DeSantis has a choice to make about whether he thinks he can bitter end this sucker and keep Nikki Haley from getting into second place and try to enhance his own chances for 2028, which would be the calculated thing to do. Will he do that, or will he get out of the way and let Haley have a little open field running? My money's on self-interest in politics. That's my bet, is that Ron DeSantis would rather finish second than her. But we will find out in another cold state soon.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.